Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to art class, and we're gonna draw together. And today we're gonna draw a scarecrow. And a scarecrow looks like a person, and a farmer puts them on their farm to scare away the birds. That's why it's called Scarecrow, to scare away the crows. So we're gonna add a happy little scarecrow in our sketchbook. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn to a blank page in my sketchbook, and I'm gonna turn it portrait style. That means it's tall like a portrait. So nice and tall. And I'm gonna start out with a pencil, and I'm gonna draw my scarecrow, starting with some lines and some shapes. So here we go. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a line from side to side. We call this kind of line a horizontal, and it's gonna be straight across. Now, where do we put it? We're gonna put it right in the middle. So you're gonna find the middle of your paper, or about the middle, and you're gonna draw a line from side to side, just like that. Now what I'm going to draw is I'm going to draw a circle right above this line. This is going to be my scarecrow head. Can you guys practice a circle in the sky? Shoo, shoo, shoo. Now I'm going to draw it over on the right side of my line. That way I can add a little cloud on the other side. Now I want to make sure I leave some room at the top so he can have a little hat, okay? So when I draw my circle, I want it to be big, but not too big. So here we go. So I'm gonna start at where my line is and draw a big circle. Now if it's not perfect, that's okay. And if your circle is a little bit too far up, you can always give him a little neck if you want to with some lines down. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on his body. So we have his head and we have his shoulder and arm. So now I'm gonna draw some more lines. So my next line is gonna be another line side to side. So I'm gonna go about halfway from this line and the bottom of the page. And I'm gonna draw another horizontal line. That means from side to side. So here I go. Side to side. Perfect. Now I know he doesn't look like a scarecrow yet, but he's getting there. One line, one step at a time. All right, so now we need to draw his little body. So I'm gonna draw, this time it's gonna be a vertical line. This line's gonna go from up to down, up to down. Now this one might be challenging because we have to find the right spot to place it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go where the head ends and go over just a little bit. So my head ends here, and I'm just gonna go over just a little bit. And I'm gonna draw a line straight down from my first line that I drew. So I'm gonna go straight down all the way to the bottom of the page. So this will be his arm, and this will be his body. Okay, now the easy part. Now that's all the hard stuff is over. Now it's just details and finishing them up. So farmers will use old clothing to cover and dress their scarecrow. And so they might use an old plaid shirt, and a plaid shirt has little squares on it. So we're gonna make a plaid design for his shirt. So I'm gonna start by doing that in these two rectangles right here. This will be his little overalls or jeans that we're gonna draw. So I'm gonna add some more vertical lines, evenly spaced all the way across. Now remember, vertical goes up to down. So I'm gonna add some lines going up and down, just like that. Okay? Got it? Now we're gonna, before we add our lines side to side, we're gonna make some straps for his overalls. These straps keep his pants up so they don't fall down. So I'm gonna pick 2 lines far away that are gonna be my overalls, okay? So I'm gonna pick this line right here that's close to the edge, and I'm going to erase the bottom part, just like that. That way I know that this is gonna be one strap. It's gonna be attached to my pants. And just so I know that it's attached, I'm gonna draw a circle right below because it's attached with a little button. And then I'm gonna go over to the other side and I'm gonna make sure that the strap is near where his arm is. So his arm is going here, so I'm gonna pick this one right here. And I'm going to erase at the bottom, just like that. And again, we mark it with a circle because that's gonna be his little button. Okay, so now he's got his 2 little buttons. And now I'm gonna draw my horizontal lines. These go side to side. Now I wanna make sure I don't draw them over my straps because these are no longer part of a shirt anymore. So when I start on the edge, and then I pay attention and I stop right where my strap is. Then I go down, and I do it again. And then I'm gonna do this part right here. These need horizontal lines too. So I skip where my strap is, and I pick up on the other side. And then I stop where my strap is on the other side. So now he's got a plaid shirt, and you can see his little straps. How adorable. So let's add a few more details to really finish him off. Oh, I know that plaid shirt was challenging, but I know you guys did a great job. All right, so right where my strap is to the edge, I'm gonna draw a curved line, just like that. Can you practice that in the sky? So I'm gonna draw a curved line to the side. That'll also be part of his shirt. Okay, and then right in the middle, we're gonna add a patch. Remember, they used old clothes, so some of those old clothes might have had a hole in it. So I'm gonna draw a square or rectangle. So squares or rectangles have 4 sides. I guess mine ended up being a square because they're all the same. And then I'm gonna add some stitches. And stitches are just lines around the sides like that. Okay. So we'll finish off the bottom here and then we'll move up to the head. So this is gonna be part of the background. It's gonna be behind my scarecrow, and there's a farm back there. So let's add some little farm details. So the first detail we're gonna add is we're gonna add a fence. So I'm gonna add a line that goes side by side, but I'm gonna change it, and you know what? I'm gonna make it zigzag. Do you remember the zigzag line? It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So let's do a zigzag. Bum, 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 bum. Just like that. Now, where the low parts of our zigzag are, I'm gonna draw a line down to the bottom for my fence. So wherever there's a low point, I draw a line down. So now I have a fence, and now I'm gonna add the farm. So I'm gonna add a big wavy line right above it. Do you remember a wavy line? It goes woo, woo, woo. So I draw a nice wavy line above. And I'm gonna add a little tree. So I'm gonna use my friend the C. This is how I make clouds too. So I start with the letter C, and then I make another one, and another one, and another one. So now I have a little tree there. So that's my farm. My scarecrow body's all finished. And now I get to focus on the head and the background here. So let's give our little scarecrow a little hat. So I'm gonna draw a little line from side to side, a little bit past the middle, and this is gonna be for the rim of the hat. Notice my line goes a little bit past my circle, okay? And then I'm gonna draw the top of the hat. So I'm gonna draw a curved line and it's gonna be wavy. So I curve in and I go up past the top of the hat and then I curve back in and back down. Okay, kind of like a big wave. Woo! Then with my eraser, I can erase that part of the head because I don't need it anymore. Okay. Now I'm gonna give him some more detail because he is a scarecrow. So I'm gonna add a little detail or strap at the top of his hat. So I add 2 lines side by side like that. All right, so his hat's all finished. Now for his face. So now I'm gonna add his little face. And I'm gonna give him some circles for eyes. Now I can color those in later. I'm gonna give him another circle for a nose right in the middle. And then a nice smile for that mouth. And because he's a scarecrow, he's stitched, I'm gonna add some stitches on his little mouth. And he's a little happy scarecrow, so he's got a smile. One more last thing to draw, and then we get to outline and color. So now I'm gonna add a cloud off to the side. So remember I start with a C, and then I draw another one all the way around. And now I have a big cloud in the sky. What do you guys think of my scarecrow picture? Isn't that cool? So now it's time to outline. So I'm gonna take a dark pen, or you can use a crayon for this. And I'm gonna outline him in black. So here I go. Hey girls, I chose a crayon to outline him, and now I'm gonna add color. And you guys get to use any colors you want. So here we go. All right, boys and girls, he's all colored in. Look at my happy scarecrow. What do you guys think? All right, boys and girls, see you later.